Hello guys, this is Braden Swarm here and welcome to my first forecast of the Highland Space Weather Club. So this is my first forecast which I am going to give to you in this video, and it is coming guys. So after the week of strong G1 storming, like we had G1 storming all week, we got another storm coming potentially this weekend, which could enhance our weather system a bit. Because look at our sun right now. So here's a take a look at the latest on our star right now, which is our sun. This is what our sun looks like. I'm playing the video right now and watch towards the end. So see, so we got three, what we call it what does it firmament erection. So what is the firmament erection? So the firmament erection is kind of like a solar flare, except it's dark Plasa instead of lead. So instead of just lead, it's dark Plasa, and which can launch into space without any warning due to the enhancement of solar wind on the sun. So we got our first one right there. This is a great example. So you can see, I believe we got this first one over there. There we go. That's the first one right there. And then look at the same hole towards the end of this video, and you can see here. 3, 2, 1. Boom shakalaka. Right there, guys. Let me play this again. Right there, across the southern part of the sun. So here is we take a look at the solar wind from the solar wind, and you can see here is that we were under some very intense wind speed. That is because of the corona hole. So if you want to find more information about it, go to my last video, which there is a what is space weather and what it is. So if you guys want to learn that, go to the last video. But corona hole is just a open the outer layers of the sun, so all the solar wind iris can flow out of the sun, and if it's directed, it can hit Earth, and it can cause something like this. So this is our magnetic capacity. The top part, that line over there, is the total magnetic. The bottom one is how positive or negative it is. So you can see it is kind of negative over here, and I kind of just stay elevated. This is just 10-20 measured in the same way. That's the direction the winds are moving. That's the distance, which means how heavy the Plasa is. So you can see up here, for example, it was very heavy. And then you can see the solar wind, how fast it's moving. You can see it reached like 800 it measures in kilometers per second. So this is 800 kilometers per second, and then another 800 right there, and then the bottom part over there is both temperature. So you can see temperature went up, and you can see it's going down. So this is what it really is. We are in solar maxima right now, so this will last throughout this year into next, and potentially into 2027, 2028. So this is how long it can last. So, and we haven't had any significant solar flaring over the past few days. So let's take a look at that. This is the latest GLS wave flash I am showing you. This is a 1 minute data. You can see there's A, B, C, N class, and S class there. Again, you can learn that from my what is space weather video, and you can see it stays in like C class, B class range. So, which is pretty weird given it's a solar maximum. The only N class flare we got was an N 2.03 flare. This is the N 2.3 flare, and you can see it's staying elevated. So why is it doing that? Because of why is it doing that? Well, because we got like a big sunspot over there, like you can see. So sorry about this, but okay. So if you guys see the sun, you guys can see the burst right there and stuff like that. So let's take a look at the elections, which is the reason why we are getting a geodetic storm from these two further eruption, plus another one further to the north and another one further to the east, which is not in the video yet by the time of this recording. So, but you can see this is called the geoelectron flux. It is a thing where the upper layers of the Earth's atmosphere get charged up by the solar winds and lights and stuff. And once the geodetic storm hits, it can precipitate this all the way down to the lower levels of the atmosphere into the ionosphere, and which can cause very strong nova lights and geodetic storms across the northern and southern poles. So you can see what we are in the highest one, like about 3.25. So this is 10.2, 10.3, 10.4, 10.5, which is very well. And you can see it can get up to 10.4 here. So this is a longer deviation, potentially getting bigger every day. So that's gonna be a big problem as we go throughout the next like 4 or 5 days or so before this geodetic storm hits. Because when the geodetic storm hits, it can go down to our ionosphere and it can cause G1, G2, G3, it might be a G4 storm. So this is a strong indication that it's coming. And the last thing I want to take a look at here is the newest geo satellite, which is the Geo 19 satellite. This is the latest, and you can see there's the end of a video. Oh, this is the beginning of a video right there, and there's one over there. This is old, but you can see the ones. Yep, one headed up, and if you guys see like a flake pushing, which means we might get a flake impact from this, it's headed earth directed. So if you see any of this like push out along the sides here, because most of it is going to the south and north, which is good news. But if this headed towards us, then we could have a big problem potentially Thursday into the weekend. So we're going to be keeping an eye out on this throughout the weekend. Anyway, that's it for this new space weather video. Subscribe to the Highland Space Weather Club so you don't miss any new videos, and I will see you guys in the next one. Subscribe, turn on post notifications so you don't miss any new videos, and bye bye.